Hi everyone, and welcome back to the Tom Morgan Drum Studio, and we're now back in the Rudimental book, The Sequential Approach to Rudimental Snare Drum, and we've reached page 25, and the rudiment we're going to talk about today is the flam accent. We've done the flam tap, so the next logical step is the flam accent, at least I believe that. So the flam accent is a little bit tricky because we have to unlearn a habit that we've been diligently trying to form, and that is the idea of playing flams where we immediately reverse the position. To play a flam accent, you have to delay that one note. You have to play a flam and leave your sticks down, then play the middle note of the flam accent, and then the last one. If you lifted right after the flam, the way we have in the past, it would look like this. Pretty awkward. So we don't want to do that. So the way this is arranged on page 25 is, first I have number 1 and 2, which are just non-alternating flam accents. And you may find it helpful to practice these rather than worrying about alternating right at the beginning. Just think about playing flam right left. So you're going to go flam with both sticks down, right, left. And we just keep doing that sticking. Okay, now when you do that, you're unwittingly playing another rudiment that we're going to deal with much further down the way here in the book, called the Swiss Army triplet. But it doesn't matter. Don't worry about that. It's just a way of kind of getting used to the sticking of the flam accent. And then number 2 is the reverse of that, starting with a left-handed flam. Okay, now you may or may not want to practice those. You may want to jump right to number 3, which is alternating flam accents. And in the rudimental style, whenever you play flam accents, they almost always alternate. I mean, if they don't, then you're really playing the Swiss Army triplet. So the flam accent does alternate. So if I start with my right hand up, this is line 3. I'm going to do what I just did, play my flam and leave my sticks down. But now I'm going to play the left hand tap and then lift. That sets me up to alternate. So now I do the reverse. Okay, so most students, if they've never done this before, find this kind of something that's confusing to them or a little bit tricky because you've worked so hard to lift immediately after the flam, and you have to train yourself to in this case, not do that. Now, really, when you think about it, if I played a flam tap, flam right, I'm lifting my left hand and then playing the tap. Well, if I play a flam accent starting with the right flam, I'm still going to play, I'm really just inserting another note in between the two notes. This is another way to think about it. So instead of doing flam right, I do flam and then left right. So I'm just inserting that. Before I lift this, I play a tap with that same hand and then lift it. And then the reverse, flam, right, left. You know, I'm still playing the tap with the same hand. It's just there's another note inserted between the flam and the tap. That's another way to think about it. If that doesn't help you, don't worry about it. But there's no way to get out of, for most people, just, you know, biting the bullet and just playing flam, left, right, flam, right, left, very slowly until you train your mind. All of drumming, in fact, all of life, for that matter, is training your mind and forming good habits, okay? In this case, we're breaking a good habit, but we're really just adding a new habit. We're adding the habit of delaying the lift in the case of the flam accent. You can think of it that way. At first it's very mechanical, but over time, as you practice it, you get to where you can do it without thinking. See, I can even talk and do it at the same time. And you can start to play it. Obviously, as I'm playing it that fast, I can't be thinking about every little intricate detail of it. I have formed the habit, and I've got the muscle memory there that allows me to just do it without thinking. And that's what you want to get to. And it takes time, just like all the other things we've talked about. It's not going to happen overnight. Drumming takes perseverance and devotion and a little bit of faith. You have to kind of believe that if I keep practicing this, I am going to be able to do it. And the more things you practice that way and accomplish, the easier it is for you to believe that every time you tackle a new sticking or a new rudiment or whatever. Okay, so line number 3 is really what we want to get to, alternating flam accents. Okay, the other additional exercises are there just if they help, great. If they don't worry about it. Notice that we're playing in triplets now, 1 triplet, 2 triplet, 3 triplet, 4 triplet. And so in number 4, I basically have flam taps played kind of in a triplet style for the first measure, and then going into flam accents in the second measure. And all of these are meant to be repeated over and over again, not just played from top to bottom, although you can do that too. So line 4 is just and you notice my flams don't really change. You know, I'm delaying the lift slightly, but at that tempo, you may not even notice that. Okay, line 5 is just the same idea, but we're playing the flam taps in straight 8th note fashion. Okay, and then line 6 is really important because just like we had rolls into flam taps that we had to learn how to do, we have to learn how to play rolls into flam accents. So again, just like in the flam tap, the roll takes the place of the flam in a roll into a flam accent. But I'm not going to lift the other hand immediately, just like I don't lift the hand immediately when I'm playing a regular flam accent. I delay it and then lift after I play the 3rd note of the flam accent. So if I have people start on number 5, or number 6, I mean, I have them start at the very end of the line there and start with that little 5-stroke roll to get into it. So I'm going to play the roll, but leave both sticks down, then lift after the 2nd note. Oops. Okay, so that's an important one to get to where you can do because you're going to have a lot of rolls that flow into a flam tap and or a flam accent, and you've got to really get to where you naturally feel how to do that. And then the last one, number 7, is just showing you that you can also play flam accents as 16th notes And that little exercise has flam accents for the first 3 counts, and then to make it come out right in the measure, there's 2 flam taps. So it works like this. A great exercise to practice, and you can try to get it faster. And even faster than that. So the flam accent is a little bit tricky for a lot of people. It usually takes a little bit of time to get that one going, but again, once you play it and really work on it, if you're willing to stop and slow down and give your brain time to learn it. If you try to learn it at performance tempo, it's going to be much more frustrating. So just slow down and give yourself a break, you know. Okay, and then we're also going to play the next solo, which amazingly enough, solo 8 uses the flam accent. So we see here that we have a repeat at the end of the second line, but no first and second ending. You just repeat up to the beginning again. And then we have a first and second ending at the end of the piece that takes you back to the beginning of the third line, if you see the repeat sign there. All right, so there's flam taps in this. We're in 6/8 time now, 6 counts to a measure, and the 8th note gets 1 count. So we're going to be counting it 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And you know, the flam accent lays well in 6/8, so that's why it's written that way. The big thing in this is making sure you lift when you're supposed to lift. So after the roll, beginning, I'm going to lift immediately because I'm going to play a flam next. But I don't lift after that flam because I'm going to play another roll. Then I lift. And then here I have a roll going into a flam accent. Lift, 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 lift. And then the second line is pretty much like the first. The second part of it, there's flam taps in a 6/8 style, moving back and forth between flam taps and flam accents. So if I start with the roll going into the third line, I'll just say lift when I'm supposed to lift and show you what I mean. Lift, 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 lift. Okay, so I hope that helps you. Let me just play solo 5 for you now, and that will be something again that you can practice along with me once you get it going. So here we go. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. All right. So that's solo 5. Again, this will probably take you a little longer to get going. Be sure you work on the flam accent by itself before you try to do this. It really helps if you have the flow and position of the flam accent down before you try to plug it into solo 5. Okay, just take your time and give yourself, your brain, time to learn it at a slow tempo. All right, so if you like this video, please click the like button and also subscribe if you haven't. And we will keep going through this book in future videos, so I'll see you then. Bye-bye.